So Matt and Natalia back here for another video. Today we're going to look at how to deal with the double ankle sweep when we stand up in close guard. So, in front here, in an early video, I showed you how I like to just misdirect the legs while I stand up. It's definitely one of the best moves to go for, as we don't want to get knocked back. Okay, so just ideally I want to stand up, bring my hips forward. When I feel her open the guard, I want to pop my hips, misdirect the ankles, and stay on top in a good passing position. This is by far, I would say, the best outcome of dealing with this sweep. Now, this won't always happen. Okay, sometimes you're dealing with someone who's really good at double ankle sweep, and you're gonna get knocked on your butt. It's not the end of the world. The last thing you should do is panic if you get knocked back. Okay, so let's see it from a side-on angle. And let me talk you through what my mindset is here. So, got my hands on the inside, head over head. I'm standing up, popping my hips. Everything's good. She grabs my ankles, she opens her guard, she lifts her hip and knocks me back. Now, first thing, when I get knocked back, I'm bringing my hands out to slap the mat for break fall, but also to keep height here. What I need to do is I need to at least match her head and hip height, right? So right now, my hips and her hips are level. My head and her head are level here. If I'm just laying back, giving up here, she can just mount me, and she just wants like really good position of me opening the close guard. So I want to build up to here. Right away, what I want to do is I want to pull my knees close to my body, so I cover her knees and my feet to her hips here. And I'm going to start to pinch my knees together. Now, if Natalia tries to get on top from here, it's going to be really hard because her legs are bound together. Her knees are pinched in like so. So it's really hard for you to get up if your knees are pinched together like this. Right? If I'm not pinching, she can't try to get up here and mount me. But when my feet are by her hips and I'm pinching these knees in, then it's pretty hard for her to just get up. Right? And now we're kind of in a neutral position. But I would say I have the advantage because I control this pinch here. Right? I have this pinch on the knees here. Now, from here, there's different moves we can do. There's actually a lot of different moves we can do. First simple thing we can do is, if I pinch in here and she feels like she's not getting up, she might try to just back out and stand up. So she can look to start to slide her hips back and look to stand up. The moment I feel that, I'm gonna go under her ankle. My other hand's gonna post on the floor and I'm gonna do a technical get up, where I get up and I keep her ankle elevated. So from here, for Natalia to get up, it's gonna be pretty difficult. She can try, but as she tries to come up, she might try to turn her body. I just stay on that angle and I'm in on a single leg. Okay, so ADCC style competitions, or if you're dealing with someone who's very good standing, this is probably a likely response from their side. Right? Pinch in here. When you feel like she's gonna slide her butt out, I'm gonna go and grab underneath the ankle with one hand. Like this here, with an underhand grip is okay, but I prefer a V grip here pointing up. My other hand lands on the mat and I pull my hips back in the technical get up. As she turns, I'm gonna straighten my grip to now being in front of her shoelaces. So as she tries to run, I'm caught on here and I can look to arm the body. Okay, so that's probably one of the most dynamic situations that will happen. I'll lift the ankle. I'm just gonna show the technical get up without Natalia here. Lift the ankle. Plant your other hand here. Plant your right foot. So look, I can pick my hips off the mat. I pull my knee under my body, get up like this. And now I can keep building height while controlling her foot to make it hard for her to get up at the same speed as me. All right? Now, what if she stays? If she stays here, another thing I can look for is if I'm a confident leg locker, I'm in a pretty good position here. Typically what I like to do is I want to transfer this position into a standard single leg X position. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to choose a side. I want to attack on my right side here. I'm going to take my left elbow inside her knees. I'm going to take my foot out, my left foot out, and I'm going to look to pummel my left knee in here. So if we rotate, all the way. Let me show that action from this side. So both my knees were outside, my feet were outside. Look at this. I lean, I step my foot outside the hip, I push this, and I pummel my knee to the inside. So my foot is hidden under her butt here, and my knee is on the inside. And I can control this leg to make sure I have good control here. If we go back to the other side. Yep. From here, now I still have control of this leg. I can look to take my elbow over her ankle and throw on this foot on the hip, and we're in standard action. From here, look to dig for ankle locks. I have videos on that. I can look to read and go for outside heel hooks here. And I generally have a lot of options from here for going straight into leg locks. So if you're a confident leg locker, I would advise you to try to go this path. Okay. Now, the third option. If you're not a confident leg locker, or maybe you feel like you just need to get on top to score points, one thing you can do is you can make a pass off, so you make sure that both feet are on the same side of your body. So you want to still keep our feet in tight, pinch your knees. What I'm going to do is I'm going to lean all the way back and bridge my hips up. Now her feet come together. I'm going to take an arm here and I'm going to pass both feet to one side. Here, lift the hips, pass. When you sit up, you need to shelf the knees. So my hand comes over here and shelf the knees. Now I'm going to go back to the technical get up. So I'm going to lean to my right, plant my right hand here, and I'm going to look to tuck my left leg in under my butt here. So let's show that from the other side. So I pass the left legs to my left, so that means I'm going around to the right side. Shelf the legs. Look how I tuck this foot here in and come up like so. I keep the knees shelved here. I want the knees ideally under my armpit here, so there's basically no real guard for her here. She can try to sit up, she can try to frame me, but she's in a bad position from here. From here, I can look to go lock hands to the body for a side body lock, or I can just simply look to grab a shoulder and slide it here. If she stays like this, break it down further. And now I'm in a guard pass situation where she can choose to turtle and I can go to take the back, or she can try to turn in to recover her guard, and I'm in a great position to pin her from side control. Okay, so the last one, make sure we pass the legs to the same side. So pinch, sit back, lift the hips, pass the ankles to the same side. If you sit up, make sure you control the knees so she doesn't run away. Now lean your body in and look to tuck this foot here. If you have problems tucking this foot, you can build your hips up and look to tuck in for taking get up here. Now, no matter how she reacts, if I just keep her knees under my armpit, I can look to counter it. She can frame. I can just start to go behind her. She can try to turn in, but because I'm covering those knees, I can just simply plant the body for a pass. Okay, so I use all three options here, and basically the first one was kind of reactive. The two others were more of a, just like a personal choice if you want a leg lock or if you want to pass. I advise you to get good at all three, and make sure that you just practice this with your partner. All right, so hope these worked for you. Let me know in the comments if you have any problems with these. And just in general, remember that it's not the end of the world to get knocked back with a double angle sweep. As long as you pinch those knees together and you sit up, you have really good options from there, and your partner is actually not in a real optimal position. So don't lose hope, don't lose faith in standing up in the close guard, because the risk versus reward is definitely worth it to get up to open the guard, rather than just wasting 3-4 minutes of your day, of your match time, just being stuck in close guard and hoping for the best. So remember to like the video, subscribe to the channel if you enjoy the content, share with your friends, and let me know what you want to see in the next one. Thank you.